sitting here with a guy who has a bit to do with Parks and Rec. Tell us who you are and tell us what your responsibilities are now.
Phil Castoni, Director of Oxford Township Parks and Recreation, and right now this weekend this is my responsibility, helping out making sure Seymour Celebration has a successful year out here at Seymour Lake Park. I have Oakwood Lake Park, Powell Lake Park, and Stony Lake Park as well, but we're in the midst of the annual Seymour Celebration, and it's all hands on deck out here this weekend.
I'll bet so. Am I right in saying that this would be your first event like this?
This is my first event as a director. I've been here many years with the family enjoying it, but wearing a different hat, yes, for the first time this year, and enjoying it.
Are things going pretty smoothly so far?
Everything's going extremely well, extremely great, except for the lack of rain is going to put a little hitch in our typical event without fireworks, but still have an action-packed carnival, live entertainment Friday and Saturday, so we still have a lot going on here. And it's going to be a good time, and we'll get the fireworks to the community shortly. Don't have a date yet, but they will be coming. So
I'm sure everybody understands that we don't want to be burning down anything just to have fun.
No, absolutely not. Too many examples of what a fire can do, and with no control over where those go, or limited control. The fire chief and I both agree it's not appropriate for the safety of the community. Hopefully, so far, response has been positive. They understand that as well. So,
any idea how many folks might come through this operation over the weekend?
It varies year to year. I mean, I know we will have thousands between Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And if the rain holds out Sunday, we're going to be open 1 to 8. This is the first time we'll have a Sunday carnival. So we will have thousands. Definitely Friday and Saturday are the busiest, but we put on a good show for the community and the surrounding areas. So,
excellent. Well, we thank you very much for all your support now as a leader, and it looks like people are having a good time.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
We're sitting in the carnival, and we're having one of our sheriff's deputies give us your name and tell us what you're doing here.
I'm Deputy Everhard, and we're here just making sure everyone has a good time and feels safe and enjoys the warm weather we finally having in the carnival.
It is nice for sort of summer to be sneaking up on us, isn't it?
It's about time.
It's about
it went from 30 to 90, now it's at a reasonable level.
Indeed. And someday before we die, maybe we'll get rain.
It's sad to say, but yeah, we need rain. I've never asked for it usually, but I am now.
Excellent. So what does the Sheriff Patrol do when you guys are out here at a carnival like this?
Well, again, just be part of the community, let the folks know we're here, feel comfortable, even though they shouldn't feel uncomfortable at all, but just be seen and be available if something does come up, that we're here to manage it for them and make sure they have a good time.
Well, we thank you for doing that. Yep. We hope it's completely uneventful.
I do as well.
I bet you do. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Okay, thank you.
Well, my name is Jeff Byfield. I'm from Jackson, Michigan. What we have going on here today is the Oxford Seymour Park Festival. We do this pretty much every year, and I definitely enjoy coming here. It's a lot of fun. It's a nice, clean park. The clientele here is very friendly. We have no issues. And as for bringing it up and taking it down, it's definitely a teamwork process.
So is this correct? All these equipment that we're seeing here is part of your operation, is that correct?
Yes, the company we work for.
Okay. So how long does it take to set all this up?
Well, it depends on the event. I mean, like for something like this, for example, we take our time, we make sure everything's all clean and organized, and it takes a couple days. So I mean, if we go into a bigger fair, then we can have it all up in a day.
So then, when you leave, where do you head next?
Canton, Michigan, at the Liberty Festival.
Well, we sure appreciate you all coming out. We hope you have a very successful weekend.
Oh, the weather looks nice.
Yes,
it does. Finally.
I know.
Thanks very much. Now we are in the middle of the midway here, and I have three young people who were who look like they were having fun. I could be wrong, but I think they're having fun. Tell us your first name and tell us whether you are actually having fun.
My name is Kaylee, and I was having a lot of fun.
My name's Xander. It's a blast. So much fun.
My name is Macy, and I'm having an amazing time. It's really, really fun.
Right, now, I noticed something while I was walking over here that at least the two of you seem to be singing along with a Taylor Swift song. I don't know many things about that, but I noticed that. Why is it that you were singing along with a Taylor Swift song?
I love her music, and I'm seeing her in concert tomorrow, so I'm very, very excited.
No kidding.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of people would be jealous of you. Are you going to the concert too?
I'm not, no, sadly.
I am not either. Are you going to?
Oh, no. I'm broke.
I'll be getting live updates from me, though.
We'll be getting text messages until midnight.
Excellent. I bet you will. We have three people who are smart enough to be sitting down. So tell us who you are and tell us why you're at the carnival.
My name's Danielle Page, and I came with my son, my husband, to get snow cones.
Snow cones are very good.
Yes. Yeah. And of course to ride rides.
Are you eating a snow cone, buddy? Yeah. Is it very, very good? We have a head shake that says yes, it is very, very good. I think I want to go get a snow cone.
Yes, absolutely.
We hope that you come down to the Seymour Lake celebration. If not this year, then in subsequent years, because people are having a great old time.
Hi, I'm Leslie Serenisi, the animal communicator from I Speak to Animals. You're watching OCTV.
Here we are at Seymour Lake Park, which doesn't normally look this much fun. I'm here with Dawn Medici, who has something to do with this wonderful car show. Dawn, tell us what's going on here today.
So Seymour Celebration kicks off tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We have our carnival from 4 to, I think, 10 p.m. tonight out in the back of Seymour Lake Township Park. But to kick it off, we're doing a cruising down Seymour.
Ooh,
and yes, so we have some classic cars, and we've got some community members out here checking the cars out.
I smell some food here too.
Yes, and we have a barbecue, hot dogs and hamburger combos, and all of the funds that are raised from the food will go to the Oxford Community Garden, which is also located out here at Seymour Lake Township Park at the rear of our park. So, but I really would like to thank our sponsors for this event that help pay for all of the food so that all of the sales tonight could be profit. The terraces at Lake Orion, and Seniors Helping Seniors. So we have Dana, Dawn, and Nikki out here this evening representing their company. So thank you to all of them for making this happen for us.
Maybe we'll get a chance to catch them for a minute.
Yes, I would love for you to chit-chat with them for a minute. And then for all of you, what is the funds going to be used for the community garden to help with equipment or seeds or plants or new gardening gloves. It's all volunteers that work out at the garden, so we want to make it as easy and comfortable for them so that they enjoy coming out to the park to work in the garden.
So if you all haven't been to the community garden, what should they know about the community garden?
Well, the community garden came about a couple of years ago. CJ Carnacchio and myself worked together, and he wrote a grant. We were awarded a grant from the Fort County Community Foundation, so it was possible to start that garden. We are in the third year of the community garden. All of the harvest from the garden gets donated back to the community. Free meals program downtown at Denison and Hovey Street at the church on Wednesday nights. And then it goes to Meals on Wheels, Hope Senior Apartments, and this year we're actually going to work with the veterans here in Oxford and donate back to the veterans here in Oxford.
Actually, those who have given a lot get a lot.
Yes, for sure. Yes, we want to thank all of our veterans. So and show our appreciation. And if we can help in some way by donating some fresh produce, we're gonna do that.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your time.
Yes.
Thank you for organizing a great event. We're looking forward to the rest of the weekend.
Yes.
We hope that you all will get out, or if you don't come this year, come next year, because this is an annual affair.
Yes, always that first full weekend in June, like June 8th, 9th, 10th, somewhere around there. So, please come on out and join us now or next year.
And as Michiganders, when we finally make it to June, we all go, it's here.
Yes, it's here. And couldn't ask for better weather tonight.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, thanks very much, Dawn.
All right. Yeah, thank you.
I'm sitting in front of a beautiful beast that looks somewhat older than some of these. What's your name, and tell me about your vehicle?
Pete Marriott.
Pete? All right.
They call me Mr. Pete.
Mr. Pete. I'll call you Mr. Pete if you like. Yes, sir. So tell me, first of all, why you come to events like that? What's the draw for you, Pete?
Just friends and the cars and stuff, and a lot of ego. Everybody has that.
Everybody I know.
That's the way we're here. Yes. Yeah.
Well, tell me about your beautiful beast here.
It's a 1951 sprint car.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a midget. It looks like it, but it's bigger. It's 2 inches shorter than an Indianapolis car for its day, and 2 inches longer than a midget. So it's got a 283. It was originally built with an Offenhauser in it, and it was raced until 57, and then they put a Chevy V8 in it. And then it was raced until 75, and then it just kind of went from owner to owner, apart and everything. I got a hold of it in 09. Bought the thing in a basket, you might say. Sure. Redid the whole thing and put it back together.
I think there's a lot of those stories, bought in a basket.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And you're one of the guys who actually now can show the finished product. Not everybody can.
I did everything on. I mean, I rebuilt everything. The car was pretty much built. All I did is tidy it and then do some chroming and put it together. And
well, we thank you for giving us a little view of your vehicle.
Yes.
I love it, and thank you for the time. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for coming to Seymour Lake Celebration.
I wouldn't have missed it.
All right, thanks. Well, we're back now. Here's two of the young ladies who we just heard about. Could you tell us who you are and what you represent today?
Absolutely. My name is Dawn Neely. I live in Oxford and own Seniors Helping Seniors, an organization that provides support to seniors in the community.
Excellent. Being a senior, I'm really fond of those things.
Well, of course. We like helping people stay independently in their home and supporting them with things that are becoming more challenging.
So then what gets you out here today?
It's an opportunity to support Oxford. The Seymour celebration is amazing, and I love seeing folks come out. They're getting something great to eat, but seeing all these amazing cars, and the carnival's amazing as well. So great to support.
Absolutely. And what brings you out here, young lady?
So my name is Dana Beeman, and I represent the terraces at Lake Orion. And same thing, we're just out here supporting the community, and when families, when you're of age and you need a little bit of assistance or memory care, then you come to us, and we will provide 24-hour care with nurse staffing and so forth. So warm and inviting. So you're welcome anytime to stop by. Yeah.
So you had something to do with a bit of a sponsorship here?
Yes. We provided all the food and the beverages.
Anybody who can provide food and beverages, look at all these people. They all need food and beverages. Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. We're going to head on down and see some more folks. Thanks for your time.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Bob, you are Bob, right?
Correct.
And what's behind me here? Tell me about this.
This one here is a 2019 Grand Sport. It's a C7, the last year of the C7s. It's a Grand Sport, which is like a 460 horse. And I've had it up to like 120 so far. A lot of pedal left.
Safely though, right?
Safely.
Certainly safely.
Yeah, certainly safely.
All right. So why do you and apparently other friends come out to the Seymour celebration? What brings you here?
We just like for the fellowship, and they have like little things that we like. They sponsor like different like charities and stuff like that, and we probably do like 10 or 12 of these a year.
Excellent. So there are other guys that hang around with you too?
Yes.
Any ladies owning the vehicles?
Not that hang around with us, but there are a lot that come up.
So the ladies just own the guys?
Kind of. Yes.
Well, thanks for taking a minute. I love the vehicle. No problem. We appreciate your coming to Seymour Lake.
Thank you.
We're sitting in front of another beautiful Corvette. Tell me your name and tell me a little bit about your car, sir.
Richard Cannon. I have a 2009, it's just a Corvette, convertible. I bought it just this past April, so I've only had it for a month and a half. I had this yellow one, I had one like this that I sold and bought this one. And the little display in the front, that's my hobby. I carve all that stuff in the winter time, and
that's good to spend some time in the winter.
Yep, I made the table and everything. Some of my buddies, I've made different ones for them. He's got one I made him, another buddy over there.
Excellent. So you're a craftsman as well as a car buff.
Yeah, I love doing that in the winter time when not busy, and
gotta do something.
I'm retired, and just the Corvette scene is just so much fun.
Oh, sure.
I go to car show, try to go at least maybe two a week.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
So why do you go to shows?
Just to display, Real good people bring their cars out. Everybody's real friendly,
And some pretty good background music too.
Yes. The music is real good. Brings back good old memories.
It does for me.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it, and thank you for bringing this beautiful vehicle.
And I came last year too.
Did you?
Yep, I was here last year, but I had the yellow one last year. I didn't have the red one.
What we're hoping is the folks who are watching can say, man, I missed it this year. Next year I got to come out to Seymour Lake Park.
You got to come out next year because there's nice cars here.
Never argue with Rich. Thank you, buddy.
Jeff Kines.
Jeff Kines, and Jeff Kines is the master meat flipper here.
Actually, I'm the park superintendent, but they put me on the meat counter today.
Well, they know you can trust you.
They do, every time.
So what's going on here today?
We're having a fundraiser for the community garden with the car show. Brings people in, get them in the park, opening day of Seymour Celebration. So it just brings more people in and they see what we do out here, and that's what we're all about.
Excellent. This is an amazing truck here that looks pretty clean.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about the truck. This is the one that we're going to hear more about that's being given over to some good organization. Tell us a little bit about the truck.
All right, so this is, we've called it Engine 3.
Right.
It was bought in 1996. It was actually in the process of when they were kind of growing the department. They bought, I think, like 3 or 4 trucks with this truck. I wasn't here then. I started here in 2004. And the sole purpose of this truck, what we utilized it over these many years, is to this is how we've gotten our jaws of life to car accidents. It was also bought as what they would call a source pumper.
Okay.
So a lot of Oxford has no water. So if we
by that you mean no water supply in the streets?
Yep, there's no fire hydrants in most of the north end of Oxford, and some of the areas around the village. So in order to get water in those northern areas, we would need to get water out of either a lake or a stream. And how that operates up north is we would have a fire up there. We have tanker trucks, or sometimes they're called tenders. Those would drive from the fire to what we would call a water source. Right, and our most popular ones, like up off of Oakwood Road, you'll see there's a stream. Mm-hmm. And this truck's purpose at that time was to go there and pump the water.
So what will the students, when they see this coming in, what will they be able to do with this truck?
They're going to train with it. We're going to teach them how to pump. We're going to teach them everything. We're going to, they're going to be responsible for the inventory on it. They're going to clean it. They're going to do everything that they do at the fire station. We're going to make sure that the kids do with this fire truck. We're going to make sure that they've got to know that this is the most valuable asset that the fire department has. And so they're going to take care of it just like it's their own. We're going to make them wash it, wax it, clean it, and just everything that it needs to have done. We're going to have them do it so that they get that hands-on experience with it.
I think you brightened up their day, young man.
I hope so. I know it brightens our day to have it go to a purpose that is meaningful and is near and dear to our heart, because as career firefighters, and we want to be able to help train the next generation. So
we do need that next generation, don't we?
We absolutely 100% do.
Well, thank you, Randy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good to talk with you.
Thank you.
This is an amazing day.
Hello, this is Lomas Brown, ex-Detroit Lion, and you're watching OCA TV. That's Oxford Community TV. Check it out.
Okay, this is Chuck Cameron from Oxford Community Television, and we are at Independence Village today on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. And this, behind me, is a quilt operation. These quilts will be given away to people who have served in our military. You'll see lots of quilts and meet some of the folks who have been involved. So stay tuned. We'll go learn a lot more about quilts. Thanks. We are in Independence Village, and I'm standing next to Carol.
Correct.
Is that right?
That's correct.
I memorized both your names.
Thank you.
All right. Carol, tell us about what's going on here today.
Well, today we're back to regular schedule post-COVID. We're having our annual quilt show and display. It's in honor of Private First Class Joseph A. Miracle from Mortonville. Joe was serving in Afghanistan 35 days when he was killed in action. And our whole project, everything we do, is to commemorate his service and sacrifice to our country, and we will not forget him. And so we have quilters from all over Southeast Michigan that come and volunteer their time and efforts to make the quilts. At the conclusion of the show, I will take the quilts, we sort them. They go all over the United States. I take them to veterans hospitals, Fisher houses. I will drive them down to Washington, D.C., to Walter Reed, and to Fort Belvoir.
How might a person contact you?
They can call me. My phone number is 248-321-8669. They can also Google Miracle Quilts. We're in the Oakland Press every month. There's a veterans page there. And also I'm on the website, the Desert Angels website. I'm a division of the Desert Angels. We're always taking donations of Joanne cards, gift cards, because these quilts now are costing, to make a good size double-sized quilt is running around $200 to make.
So your quilters might have to buy the material themselves, you're saying?
They can, or I have fabric, and 100% of the proceeds from our quilt show, we have a quilt raffle, craft sale, garage sale today, and we're taking donations. We're even selling t-shirts. 100% of that money only goes towards materials and the postage to send the quilts wherever they need to go.
I suppose you hear from time to time from the people who receive them with a little gratitude. Can you tell us anything about that?
I have a great story. We also meet down at the UAW, Lake Orion, 180 Silver Bell Road. I did a presentation there to their retirees. Why I was talking a woman in the audience texted her son, who's a nurse over in Stuttgart. She came up to me and asked me to send a case of quilts over there, which I was at the post office the next day, and I forgot about it. And a couple weeks later, it was late at night, I get a phone call. It was her son called me, and he was a Special Forces Army Ranger that was injured in Africa. He was going to be in the hospital, he said, months. He was laying on his bed, kind of feeling sorry for himself, and in walked the nurse with a quilt. But the next day, his mother called me from Wisconsin to thank us for the quilt. It's just, I get calls like that all the time, and it makes what we're doing why we're doing it. Today we gave a quilt to one of the residents here at Independence Village. So,
Carol, thank you so much. It's an amazing thing. The change in this room from its normal state, which is lovely, to dazzling is remarkable.
It's very warm. Can you feel it? Yes.
Well, here we are with two ladies who are wandering around looking at these beautiful quilts. Would you tell us your name?
Dorothy.
And how are you involved in this?
I'm part of the group that helps sew the quilts. I'm a new member, but I was attracted to it because of the purpose, to give it for the veterans, because I had two uncles who are veterans and my brother's a veteran. Excellent. And so it was very meaningful to me to be a part of this.
And who is this young lady next to you?
Oh, this is my sister who appreciates all the creativeness that is involved, even though I'm the creative one in the family.
Yes, this is not me at all. I just enjoy looking at it and appreciating that gift that all these ladies have for this. So, yeah.
It is a gift.
It is. It truly is.
Dazzling, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So these are, how long does it take to make a quilt?
It depends, but it takes a lot more time than I think people realize, because I belong to another quilt group also, and we did one that took us a couple of years, and there was 10 ladies working on it.
Okay.
So it requires time.
Patience.
Yes.
And I imagine there's a little chatting going on.
Oh yes, it's also, yes, it's a good reason to get
social.
together.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
Especially there isn't any time constraints with these quilts. Carol appreciates whenever you get them done.
Now I'm standing here not with a quilter, but with a lady that represents the whole operation here. Could you tell us who you are, and could you tell us what's going on today?
Sure. My name is Laura Ashley, and I am the Life Enrichment Director here.
You get extra credit.
Fun stuff.
You get extra credit for being Laura Ashley by that. It's very creative.
Well, that's why I married my husband, for the last name.
Well done.
But yes, so today is the big Miracle Quilts Trunk Show. It's been about 3-4 years since we've been able to help host the event with Carol and everybody, and it's amazing to look at all of this. But yeah, they meet on the second Saturday each month, and they meet here, and our residents are welcome. They go down and they help with all the quilting, and then each year, hopefully again each year, we'll be able to do this.
And the folks who live here are welcome to come down and participate or cheer?
Yes.
Well, thank you. Do you have a favorite quilt for today?
They're all amazing. I can't pick.
That's a very wise answer.
Thank you.
I think. Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it. It's an amazing place. Hours and days and months of work on each of these quilts just to be given away. What a story. People doing good for folks they'll never know. There's a lot of good in this life. Here's an example of one place where you can actually see it. Hope you enjoyed this section, and we'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Susan Lucci. I never thought about heart disease until I had my own heart event. At first, like so many other women out there, I ignored my symptoms. A slight pressure on my chest, shortness of breath. I thought, I don't have time to be sick. I had a 90% blockage in my main artery and a 75% blockage in the adjacent artery. I received 2 stents in my arteries. Stents developed through research funded by the American Heart Association. Those stents saved my life. I'm so grateful to the American Heart Association. Their research helped save my life. I can enjoy life with my children, my grandchildren, and my friends. Please, listen to your heart. The only reason I'm here today is because I did. Learn more about the American Heart Association's life-saving work at helpheart.org.